What's going on, Show Nation? It's a movie with Movie Gaming TV, and in today's video we're going to take a look at the new MLB The Show 21 news that dropped today. We got a new Coach and Tatis video, so we're going to take a look at it. The video is titled 4K 60 FPS, learn what's new in next gen with Coach and Fernando Tatis Jr. The biggest thing probably to come out of this is Stadium creator is confirmed. We had kind of been an open secret that Stadium creator was going to be in MLB The Show 21. There is a small detail about that you're going to want to know. And also we're going to talk about the 4K and the 60 FPS. We talked a little bit about that. I was wondering if it was going to ever be in a 120K, so it's going to be confirmed at 60 frames per second. So what does 60 frames per second actually mean? What does that mean as far as the game's concerned? What it's going to mean is the game is going to have more fluid animations. I was hoping for 120 FPS, but I don't think that was a realistic expectation this year. Probably moving forward, you know, maybe next year, year after that, we're going to see more frames per second. But basically what frames per second means is it has to deal with the animations in the game. So the more frames per second that you have, the more cleaner and clear your animations are. So I think we had been around 30 FPS in the past, and now we're making the jump to 60 for next gen consoles only. So let's go ahead and start the video. We're gonna skip the skit and everything like that. Always real funny. Go check out this actual video as well. We're gonna skip through all that. So let's just get to the I just like to get to the stuff that we can talk about here. So this was captured on the next gen version beta build. The game is coming to PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X, and Xbox Series One. So we've known that, and it looks pretty dang clean to me, especially for the first year on next gen. It's just gonna get better and better. So one thing that I should bring up too is, like, I've done a lot of videos on the history of MLB The Show. So sometimes, like, throughout the year, I'll go back and I'll look at like MLB The Show 16 or 17 or stuff like that, where they took Mike Trout from MLB The Show 16 to like MLB The Show even 19 and 20. He looks drastically different and drastically better. So this is our first look at stuff on PS5 and the new Xbox as well. So with our first look on this kind of stuff, I think it looks pretty good. It's just going to get better and better as we go forward. But I do like how it looks. Coach is like really hyped up here for next gen. But yeah, the 60 frames per second should make it easier to hit the ball, because now you're gonna see more. You're gonna see the ball better. All the animations are gonna be more fluid. So if you had like 4 frames per second, it'd be like, you know, really stuttering type of animation. 30 frames per second better, 60 frames per second even better, 120 probably, you know, next year's game after that. It maybe, but the 60 is going to be so much better for hitting. It's just going to be easier to see it. Just every animation is going to be more fluid, to be honest with you. So I'm really excited for that. All right, so at this point, they're talking a little bit about 3D audio. I don't know a ton about 3D audio. 3D audio requires compatible headphones. 3D audio and DualSense support required PS5 console. The next gen console required for 60 FPS. So that's another thing. What I really learned from today's video is, if you can try to get your hands on one of the next gen consoles soon before the launch of the game, it's probably a good time to do it, because we're gonna get 60 FPS over on next gen. I'm not too concerned with the 3D audio. That's just a personal thing. Others might be more interested in that, having the better audio. For me, it's not really too big of a deal. I don't really listen to too much of anything other than the sound effects. I kind of turn the announcers off for the most part, and that's just the way I like to play the game. You know, maybe I'll like listen to music or whatever I do in the background, but I'm not too worried about the audio. I'm more concerned with the video. You know, I'm more concerned with the frames per second and all that. But they will have the 3D audio support over on PS5 and the new Xbox. And let's see, kind of get a look at some of the animation there. They're celebrating. All right, so Stadium Creator is going to be here, but Stadium Creator is only going to be available on the next gen versions of MLB The Show 21. So that's a big thing that we did not know until now, that it's only going to be on next gen. This is our first look at the Stadium Creator itself. Looks like we got a big tiger looking thing, or almost like some kind of a it's not even like, I don't even know, man, like a leopard or just some kind of like outdoor cat is out there. It looks like it's in center field. It also kind of looks like the center field of like the Rockies field. Like, I don't know if we're gonna be able to take bits and pieces of other stadiums and put them together, but that looks a lot like the Rockies field in center field, with those like evergreen trees out there, and then we got like the big rock structure, and we can see a little bit over on the left side. We can see kind of like a concession stand. These clips go by, these like screenshots go by real quick, so I'm gonna try to play and pause as quick as possible. You know, this looks like a kind of a customization of I believe like the Cardinals field. Like, this center field kind of reminds me of the SunTrust Park for the Braves. And then that steakhouse thing on the left, that reminds me, I want to say, of St. Louis's park, to be honest with you. A little bit of center field. A big building over here that reminds me of one of the minor league stadiums too, that I can't think of off the top of my head. Seeing some like MLB extra innings, intentional talk is still on there. But that's another look at that. So we gotta hit pause quickly. This kind of looks like almost like Red Rocks or something, but instead it's like a different center field. This kind of reminds me of maybe like the Blue Jays center field a little bit, maybe a little bit of the A's center field. I don't think that's behind the bat or anything, because we don't see any like infield dirt, so that looks like it's more like it's on the outside. Excuse me, it looks like it's more like center field. And we also see like a really big wall in left, a really big wall in right, and kind of a smaller wall in center field. If this reminds you of anything, let me know down in the comment section below. Also, like if it reminds you of a certain stadium, let me know. And then we got, see how fast these go? Like, they go really fast. So it looks like we got, what kind of animal is that? Like a seal? Like a seal on top of a baseball out here. I don't know if this is the same stadium from earlier. Big green field, or green fence out here. A tree out here out on left. So maybe some, like, that's definitely something new. A seal on top of a baseball out there in what looks to me like left field. And we got another, there's the seal again on top of the baseball. A lower left field wall, a higher center field, like a left center field wall. And we got a, who's up? Mike Yastrzemski is up. So that's an interesting thing. It's gonna be interesting to see if we can, like, if we're gonna be kind of taking over you know, MLB stadiums and editing them. If we can bring in some stuff from that, maybe we can. And definitely got some new artifacts with the seal on the baseball, so that should be interesting. Let's see what we got in this one. Looks like fresh donuts, free parking, maybe from a minor league park. Is this a thing almost from like Polo Grounds in center field? Out there. I don't know if that's a new building in right field too. Maybe this is a minor league park that I can't remember off the top of my head, but we got like a fresh donuts and everything like that. Let's see if we got one more. Ooh, we got one more. Now that kind of reminds me of the Mariners field out in right field. This big window or this big like kind of suite deck, moving it out here, and look at that huge left field fence wall. That looks gigantic. And then you got the Coca-Cola bottle that looks like it's from the Giants stadium. Tons of fans. Another scoreboard thing over here. This fence looks crazy. We got a huge left field fence. Then kind of I don't even know, is that like a bullpen door for both of the bullpens? Is that more like the Phillies bullpen in their stadium? Then we got another fence, and then we got a super short fence. That one looks pretty crazy. We got another one. I think that's pretty much it. So that's kind of a look at what the Stadium Creator is going to look like. And again, Stadium Creator is only going to be on next gen, and 60 FPS is only going to be on next gen. So if you can get your hands on one of these consoles, the next gen consoles, those are some of the things that you're going to have in the game that they will not have on last gen. For what, you know, it just kind of is what it is. And I don't know, how do you feel about that in the comment section below? I have the latest gen, so I will have that, but I feel for the people that haven't been able to get one yet, especially the people that have been trying really hard to get one. And it's I just wish they were so much easier to get, but we'll have to see how things go moving forward. And best of luck to you out there if you're trying to get one as well. Well, that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Every single day we're getting closer and closer to MLB The Show 21. I can't wait, and I will talk to you in my next video. Peace out, y'all.